guys, welcome to an episode of the Thrifty Wrist. I'm Joe, and today we are reviewing the Tissot Chrono XL Classic. Recommended retail price on this watch is $475 US. However, being the thrifty man that I am, I picked this up for 275 Australian dollars, which works out to be about 185 Freedom dollars. The movement on it is a Swiss quartz with a 100 meter ATM rating. The case size is a very comfortable 45mm with 22mm lugs and a very nice scratch resistant sapphire crystal. Alright, so the gloves are on. We'll have a look at this watch a bit closer. So that green dial is absolutely stunning, and I get a lot of comments on that dial. It's got a very high polished case and lugs, like a mirror finish. Really sparkles quite a lot, except for you can see that I've worn this a fair bit, so the clasp is a bit scratched up, but that high gloss finish, it's really quite nice. The clasp itself, it holds pretty strong. As you can see, I've put it through quite a bit of punishment as a bit of a daily, but it definitely holds in there. The two-tone bracelet is really another reason for it to have that real wow factor. I do get a lot of comments on the sort of the three colours working together there. You've got the sort of gold, silver and the green. You can sort of see there's a little bit of wear there. That PVD coating is probably not as hardy as the rest of it. And you can also see the way I've sort of stored it in my pocket when I've needed to. It sort of scratched the back of the case there, but otherwise it's in pretty good nick for something I've worn probably a few hundred times. The Chrono, I don't use it. It's more of a gimmick, and I think most people that have Chronos these days, it's a bit of a gimmick. It's not something that we really use that often, but it is pretty sharp. It's very nice. Obviously, it being a quartz, it's pretty accurate, and it does wear the battery out a little bit, so I understand that. Yeah, you might lose a bit of battery there. You can see that's the second complication there. It's pretty neat, except when people do check your watch, they think that your watch has stopped. You've got to explain that it's a chronograph. The additional complications there make it look pretty specky. Makes the dial a bit busy for me, but it's all right otherwise. I've got it on the factory bracelet, and I'm tempted to put it onto a leather strap, because I think that sort of the colours would work quite well with that gold bezel, and I think that probably moving it to a slightly more natural looking strap. It's got a 22mm lug width, so I mean there's plenty of straps to go with it. Alright, got it on the wrist now. It's as you can see, that green dial, it really sparkles. Bit of a sunburst sort of a vibe, and each of those smaller dials, they really catch the sunlight there. The colours, especially my skin tone, it just seems to really pop. Got a lot of wrist presence, I get asked a lot about it. And that's it. That's the Tissot Chrono XL Classic.